All right.
Hi, everyone. This is Tina Reynolds with Uptown Studios, and we are here to do Twitter 101. We're going to be teaching you about Twitter, the ins and outs, and I am here with Mia Lopez, who is our
Marketing manager.
digital marketing manager.
Hi there, Mia Lopez here with Uptown Studios. Really excited to dive into Twitter basics and some strategies and teaching you the ins and outs and how to use it the most efficiently with your time.
Most efficiently.
Yes.
We're trying to get you in and out of Twitter in as little time as possible.
Right.
Okay, let's get going.
So today we are going to go over a few different points.
Yes.
Social media strategy recap. So you may have joined us for some of our other webinars with Relief, and every webinar we like to start out with a strategy and going over why and how.
Yes, we want you to write it down and start a plan.
Right.
You know, it's like nothing like getting it written down to get into and to move forward with a strategy that is right on.
And also Twitter, what and why. You know, why is Twitter an important part of your marketing plan, and why should your organization be on it?
It is new, it's fast-paced, it is the marketing tool that I like the best because the way that we can use Twitter is to really position our clients as leaders and join conversations, start conversations, and to lead the conversations.
And also going over a few terms, if you've ever heard them, hashtags, retweets, mentions. We'll go over all of that so that you understand how to use Twitter and how to understand it.
Yeah, and ways to influence and engage. This is really important because it's the part of social media. All right, here we go.
So social media strategy. You know, I've heard a lot of clients say, why am I using social media? It's not working for me.
Yes.
And usually the reason that they don't think it's working for them are for a few reasons. Number one is that they don't have a strategy in place and they're not taking the time to evaluate their progress on social media.
Right. So if you don't have a goal that's set, you don't know if you're meeting it or exceeding it. And that's why we want you to write some goals down. It's figuring out what it is that you want to achieve with social media. Write it down, and your goal setting and your strategy can be on a sticky note that you stick to your monitor. It can start right there. We don't want you to spend hours and hours developing a strategy, but we do want you to figure out. So my goal on Twitter this month is I want to have 150 followers, and I want to have an engagement number that is over 40%, and I want to have an interaction score. You know, it's like just writing down a couple little things and starting. We just want you to start.
And then finding your target audience. Part of when you're creating your strategy, you need to know who you're talking to in social media. Are you talking to people who may be more likely to donate to your cause? Are you looking for volunteers? Are you just looking to have a better way to connect with your community members? Who are those members?
Do you want to start a knowledge-based campaign? Do you want to educate a community? And who's in that community? And what kind of education do they need? So it really is all of those things that are going to help you define who your target audience is. Is it mostly men? Is it mostly women? Are they over 40? Are they under 30? Are they people of color? Which neighborhoods are you in? It just takes you going through the list and identifying these people from what you know. You already know pretty much. You just don't have it written down. Again, it's writing down who they are and what areas that you need them in.
Right. And then going from after you've identified that target audience, then you can decide how you're going to speak to them on social media.
Right.
And that goes in with planning your messaging.
Yeah. So if you have a target audience that is a volunteer base that you want to grow, because let's say you had an event and only 8 people showed up. So, all right, we need to build our volunteer base. So we know that we want volunteers, and then you know that your volunteers are age 25 to 40, and they're mostly women. So now we can plan messages that are directed to 25 to 40-year-old women that live in these particular areas. And so we're writing our messages directly to them. We're not writing a message that's to a corporate level.
And then making time to engage. You know, it's so important to take some time every day, 5 to 10 minutes, to check your social media channels. Are people talking to you? Are you liking and engaging with other community members? Are you retweeting and sharing what other people are saying? But the whole part of social media is being social, and the engagement part is the part of social media that you should take the time to do.
And so when we're talking about making the time to engage, we're talking about how it is that I ask you a question and I give you an answer. I ask somebody else a question. I ask a general question, and then I like people's comments. It is that back and forth in a relationship building situation that is not just about me. I'm not just posting. I'm interacting with you. I care about that thing that you posted, and I'm going to share it. I ask a particular question, you answer me, I thank you for the answer. It is that back and forth that will really build your engagement.
And then lastly, monitoring and evaluating your progress. Once a month, take some time to say, how did I do last month? You know, which posts were the best performing? Where did people engage and take interest in what I was posting? These are important parts of social media that really show you you're making progress.
Yes. Well, so in the beginning, you set a social media goal of getting 100 people to follow your Twitter page. At the end of the month, did you get 100 people? Maybe you only got 35 and you had set a higher goal than you needed. We want you to set goals that you can achieve so that you don't feel defeated at the end of the month. So maybe you only got 35 and you say, okay, next month my goal is going to be 50 because I'm pretty sure I can get 50. And you get more directed towards your goals, and the chance of success is there. We want you to succeed. All right, let's go on to the next. Rule of thirds. All right, this is my favorite little thing to talk about. In social media, you don't want to bore people, so we break our posts into 3 sections. 1/3 is about you and what you do. It's you're posting that you're having a tree planting event at the park, and pictures of your volunteers, and you just produced a new brochure, you just hired a new employee. So it's 1/3 about what you do and where you're doing it in the real world. The second third is about your industry. You may post some great articles about some trees that work really well in your location. You may have some white papers about how shade is so important to your area. So it's about your industry. It's not about stuff that you in particular wrote or did, but it's about your industry. And the final third is just because. And that just because is what I like to post in my just because is how I'm involved in the greater community. We went to the ballet, and it was just fabulous, and we want other people to support the ballet. So I would post a support note about a community event. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It doesn't have anything to do with my industry, but it is a community building experience. So all those just becauses, I like to think of those as how I'm developing my brand personality. And for my company, it is all about community support. It's about supporting my employees and my coworkers. It's about supporting my clients, and it builds my reputation, so that we want you to build a strong reputation, and you do that with your just becauses.
So Twitter, who uses Twitter? You know, Twitter.
I do. I use it.
I know everyone in our Uptown office uses Twitter. Twitter you can reach such a wide range of people. You can reach community members or volunteers at the most basic level, or you can meet legislators and leaders who are making plans to take action, and
right.
You can use Twitter to help influence them.
You can reach your media. The media is really strong on Twitter. That's where they're sourcing a lot of their stories. So if you have a good story to tell and you tell it on Twitter, the chances are a media person is going to track that.
Right. And next, Twitter terms, of course, you know, retweeting, favoriting, mentioning, what are those? And then some tips and tricks. So who uses Twitter? Here's a nice graph. This is from 2014. We're still waiting on numbers from 2015, but you can see that 30% of all internet users are on Twitter that have a college degree or higher. And these numbers are just going to go up in 2015 and 2016 and beyond.
It's just growing. People are finding that Twitter is one of the best marketing tools. And you can find your target audience on there. And if they're active on this, they're really pretty active.
Yes. Twitter is a great, the numbers throughout all of the demographics are pretty much level, except for that 50 to 64 group.
Yeah.
You can find it's pretty much even across the board of who uses Twitter.
All right. Okay, so here's some terms. The @ sign is used, that's my handle. So @UptownTina is my handle on Twitter, and if you type in @UptownTina, it's going to notify me that you tagged me in a message, and then I can see, and then I can respond to you.
And then a hashtag. Hashtags are a great tool to connect users in conversations. And sometimes people will create their own hashtags to start a conversation. Maybe that's California trees, or California drought is another hashtag that people follow and use to connect in conversations. And we'll also go through how using a hashtag is a great way to easily find conversations that are happening that you can get involved in.
Yeah, we'll show you how to search the hashtags, and then you can find the conversation that you want to join.
And of course, retweets. Retweets are, sharing a message to your followers from others. And mentions and lists. Why don't we go ahead and get jumped in to Twitter. So here we are on Uptown Studios Twitter. And Uptown Studios, you can see, we'll go ahead and walk you through the Twitter platform here. So we have tweeted a little over 10,000 tweets. We are following about 11,000 users, and we have about 13.4 thousand users. Now, these numbers are followers, thank you. These are not exactly going to be the same numbers. There's a variety of followers on profiles. The followers are the people who are following us, and following are the people that we're following.
Right. So this shows you that what this really shows you is we've done a lot of work on Twitter to build our following. So what we've done is invested a significant amount of time into Twitter because we wanted to become a reliable source for information to all of our community. And we're very particular about the people that we follow. So if you wanted to click on, let's go into the following. Let's just work our way down through this. So this is going to show you everybody that we're following. So if you are seeking to find people to follow you, what you want to do is find a reliable source, somebody that is vetting people like Uptown Studios, and you go to their following list, and you know that as you scroll through this, we probably have some people on here that are going to show up that you're not following, that you could just click through and follow. We will go a little bit further into some master lists that we'll show you how to do that.
And a great example, I would say, since you are all here because of California Relief, I would even start with their profile.
Perfect.
And go through who they're following.
Okay, so we know that they have vetted most of these people. Can we get in here? All right, so Relief is following people that they feel are important, and they're probably important to you too. So if you're trying to find new people, you go into who Relief is following, and you can see that there's a lot in here. Let's just follow a couple of these.
Yeah, so Plants Map.
I think that's a great one.
Yeah. Tree planting initiative
in
Maryland. That sounds like fun.
Oh, Ann Finkner. I like Ann. Let's follow Ann.
And so what this does, for the people that we're following, it gives them a little notification that we're following them.
Yes.
And it helps us to it's a first step to establishing a relationship with these brands and these
Right.
individuals.
Right.
And we hope, of course, that they'll follow us back. But the most important thing here is that now we're going to see what they're tweeting.
Right.
And we have an opportunity to engage with them on a more consistent level.
And that opportunity to engage with them is an opportunity to start developing a relationship with them. So if you went in and we scrolled through and there are some funders on the Relief follow list, we would want to follow them back, because it's important that you let your funders know that you're following them. And then you're continuing to dig a deeper relationship with all of the people that you follow.
Yeah, and another, a lot of journalists,
Yep, there you
important
go.
to follow, so that way, that is the opening door to them being introduced to your organization.
Right. And then, and in that introduction, you're really positioning yourself as a leader. And if they have questions about the work that you're doing, then they can reach out to you and dig further and write an article where they're quoting you in, which is that part of positioning you as a leader. You're the knower and you're having the conversation.
So now they have found us. Now it's time to tweet to them.
Okay, let's do that.
So we're here at California Relief, and Relief is a friend of ours. So we want to talk to them. So on this page here, there's a tweet button, and this is where you can compose a new tweet from any screen within Twitter.
Okay. This is a new, unique tweet that we're creating.
Right. So what's happening? We're recording.
So you can see as she's typing, it's going to give us the handle that California Relief is using.
Yes. So as we're typing it in, we put the @ sign first to find their handle, and then other handles that will start auto-populating underneath. Twitter is pretty intuitive.
Yeah.
We're already following California Relief, so they pop up as an option, and
that's who we want. So we have just tagged them in the post. Twitter 101. Awesome webinar. Stay tuned for more. or yes, for the recording.
Right.
All right.
And so within here, we've written our tweet, and go ahead and select tweet.
All right. So now let's go to our page and show where it's posted.
So we go back to our home page, one new tweet from Uptown Studios, and there's our tweet right there.
There it is. So if you go to Uptown Studios and you click on the heart, it just means that you have liked that. So it's just a one like. If you wanted to reply to that, you click there. If you wanted to retweet it, of course, we can't retweet it because it's ours, but if you went to our page, you could retweet right there. And we'll show you how to retweet something next.
Yeah, so let's go to one of Relief's members, Tree People here. And so here we've gone to their homepage and we can see the different tweets that they've shared. And we, of course, being a supporter of Tree People, we want to engage with them.
Mm-hmm.
So first, we would follow them.
Perfect.
If you're logged in, you can follow them.
If you're logged in.
Alrighty. Oh, and we already are following them. And
Okay.
so now we would want to interact with something that would also pertain to our followers.
Okay.
And that would be interesting to them. So let's see here.
See, that's in LA. Let's just go down here a little bit further. Here, let's just do this one. Can LA be water sufficient?
Yeah, so this is an interview that they've shared with their followers. They have tagged some of the people, other
people that were probably talking in the conference.
And so we want to like it and we will retweet it. So when we retweet, we really have two options. We can retweet it just like it is,
Right, with no comments.
or we can add some commentary about the tweet that we're sharing. So
Great interview. So it's just telling our audience, this is going to post on Uptown Studios page. We're just saying this is a great interview. Check it out.
and we'll tweet. And so now that we've retweeted this, it will now be shown to all of our followers.
Right. Our 12,000 followers.
13,000
followers. So we call that the Uptown Bump. As you can see, that Tree People has 80 followers, and they are following 1891. So they're doing really well. They have a big following, so they're pushing out some information that's important to their target audience.
Yeah, so this is a great way to show Tree People that we are supportive of the content that they're putting out, and we like it.
And we like them.
And we like them.
Who knows? They may follow us back, and then we have one more follower from an interesting group that we find is going to be important to our target audience.
Yes, and one more that we can engage with and have conversations with around topics that we care about.
Right. Very important.
Very important. And then one thing we did forget to mention, because these two people have been tagged within this tweet, when Uptown retweeted it, these people in the tweet were also notified that
we retweeted them
and that we added the comment. So
we're totally sharing the love.
And when you get notifications, we'll go ahead and go to our notifications here. You can see that, we have some tags, and when other people like it and share it, we're notified right here.
Somebody else, yeah,
they liked our tweet, they liked our retweet even. So
Yeah.
it's a great way. This engagement is just how you connect together on Twitter.
And so this is a great one when we're talking about share the bottom third of Sacramento. Here's where they liked our retweet. Can we go to the
Can we go to the tweet?
Yeah.
We have to go to our homepage
okay.
and find the tweet.
Okay.
Not sure where it is.
Oh, okay. That's okay. But it shows you how the reach just starts growing and populating. It's like all these bubbles start getting burst, and everybody is finding everybody and joining conversations that they're interested in, and thanking each other and following us, and we follow them. I like you, you like me, and then the next thing you know, everybody is joining a movement and creating a conversation that has some meaning to it.
Right. And so I want to take a step back here. We've started tweeting, we're interacting with people, but how do people perceive us on Twitter?
Okay.
So really going to the basics of your profile.
Right.
We want to make sure that you want to make sure that your brand is easy to identify, and that any special messages or calls to action people can find easily by looking at your profile. And so that means that you are your profile picture should be of your logo
right here, and we don't want you to change that. This is your brand. This is identifying who you are right here, and the only time that we recommend any of our clients change this is if you're having a 25th anniversary and you have a special logo. Other than that, we want this logo to appear on every one of our posts. It is an extension of our brand. So as we post, our logo's out there again and again and again. And that's good for your brand also. Then up here, I'll let Mia talk about this.
This is your cover photo. And your cover photo, you have a little bit more leeway in what you share on social media. This is a great place. As you can see, Sock It To Me is a sock drop event that we're having here in the office, gathering socks for Sacramento. This is a call to action. We're trying to gather donations. We need people to know about it, and so that's why we shared it as our cover profile.
Right,
so when you go, if you just hover over.
Which one? You do.
Okay. So anytime somebody hovers over our name, they'll see our profile picture, and they will also see our cover photo that we've added to our profile.
So it's another ads. I mean, you just have all these little tiny opportunities to have mini ads all over the place. Brand, brand, brand. So we're supporting brand promotion.
Yes. Very, very important.
So this can change. So our collection ended yesterday or today.
Today's last day.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So today is December 11th, and you may not be watching this on December 11th, but we're donating the socks. We're taking them to Loaves and Fishes, which is a homeless support group, and we'll change this to our next photo. It may be a photo of us because we like to promote the people that work at Uptown Studios. It's important to show people's faces on this your banner ad right here because what you're really doing is you're establishing yourself to have a brand personality, and the personality is the people that work at your place. So I would load in pictures of people having fun and doing good work.
Yeah. I think we actually have a good example.
Right
here.
There you go.
Our city forest. You can see they've used their cover photo to highlight their volunteers.
Happy people.
Happy people who are working and doing a good job and supporting their overall mission.
Yeah. Here's another one. This is another great post. It's like showing happy people doing great stuff. These are really, you're doing a great job, our city forest. It's about the people joining you, and you know that you're going to have a good time when you're joining somebody that's promoting happy people doing good stuff.
Yes, very, very cool. So the next thing, we want you to be able to efficiently manage your time on social media. So we have a couple of tools that you can use to be able to search faster for content and engage in a more meaningful way.
Okay.
So the first one I'd like to cover are hashtags.
All right.
What is a hashtag?
Or the pound sign, depending on how old you are.
Right, the pound sign. What is the pound sign?
The pound sign is the hashtag. It's the hashtag now.
I think, yes.
Yes. So the pound sign for me used to mean it was the number of pounds. You use that as the LBS. Instead of typing LBS, you could use the hashtag, which was called the pound sign. But now the name has been totally taken over, and it is now a hashtag.
It is now a hashtag. And what a hashtag is when you insert it into a post on Twitter, you are connecting yourself to, it turns into a link, and it connects you to other conversations happening.
It's a greater conversation
around that hashtag.
So this is like the title of all of the subject matter that's going to be on this. Let's find one that's a little more specific to little bit, because if we click on volunteer, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of stuff. Let's do tree chat. I think that's a good one. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to find out what kind of conversations are happening about tree chat.
And we will go to the live to see the most recent tweets about tree chat. And California Relief 2 hours ago mentioned tree chat. You can see people are posting photos, and our city forest is there.
Right.
So this is every user who's used tree chat. And tree chat, I think, is probably a tweet chat. And so these users have connected their conversations, they're asking questions, and they're responding back to each other.
Well, it's like on our presentation, we have a hashtag Uptown Tips. If you have questions for us, all you have to do is start a conversation, join hashtag Uptown Tips, ask the question, and we'll get back with you because we check it on a regular basis.
Yes. So any questions after this webinar, later on down the road, Uptown Tips.
Yes. And so the tree chat is the same style of a conversation. It's like, oh, I've got a tree question. I'm going to go on to tree chat and ask the question, and one of the people that are following may jump in and answer my question.
Yeah. So, here's one. Should we be using drones as part of our tree assessment? And maybe this is a conversation that your organization wants to get involved in.
Yeah.
So you can like it, you can reply. I'm not logged in.
She's not logged in.
You can reply to it. let's see, and you can say, yes, we do, or no, we don't.
Yeah.
And you tweet it, and you're part of that conversation.
We're not going to tweet it because we don't know if it's a good thing or not. I'm just showing you an example. But then you can join the conversation, start a conversation, or you can ask them questions. It's just the perfect place to find like-minded people that are interested in this conversation. So hashtag whatever it is, you're going to find people that are interested in that conversation.
Yes. So we do recommend, 1 to 2 hashtags per tweet. You only have 140 characters for your tweet. And so you want to have enough information, but you also want to make it easy for people to see. So one hashtag and 1 link,
right.
2 hashtags, 1 link. It's better visually, and you're connecting more meaningfully without being spammy.
And you're leaving some space for me to retweet and join the conversation. If you use all 140 characters, I can't really add any comments to the conversation.
Yeah.
So you want to leave it so that people have a little bit of room to say, great article, thanks for sharing, like those kinds of things.
Yes. So great tool. And another thing, let's say you only have 5 minutes today to check your Twitter.
Okay.
And there's very specific, you're thinking, okay, there's new news on California drought and trees. So I can look for both of these hashtags at the same time. So I'm going to search.
Okay.
And I'll go to live.
So we're getting the most recent stuff. So it's not, nothing's come up. It's not too recent. So this may be too vague right now. Since we're getting rain, people aren't talking about the drought.
Maybe we'll say CA rain.
Okay.
And trees.
Let's see what happens.
No results.
There's no conversation. So let's do El Nino.
Okay. Good idea.
So what we're doing here is the things that you would do. We're seeking out conversations that are happening that are appropriate for me and my target audience. So here we go, December 6th, which isn't too, well, the wind has been really bad lately. 250 palm trees and orange cajon being trimmed back.
It's news that may or may not be relevant. So this is really searching for where you can jump in and you can say.
So here, the Davy tree might be an excellent thing to like and to retweet.
And you can retweet it with your audience.
Yes.
And again, just sharing and amplifying the message.
Yes. So you're taking the message that everybody's talking about and then you're feeding it directly to your followers.
Right.
Yes. Which is perfect.
Yes, it's an awesome tool. The second awesome tool are Twitter lists.
All right, I love the lists.
Lists are great, and I think California Relief has a list. So if you go to your page or another profile page, you can see right up at the top that users have created lists or have subscribed to lists, and you can connect to it. And so this might be a great list where you can go in first off and make sure that you're connected to the Relief Network.
Right.
So they've added a list of all of their members who have Twitter profiles. And this list is curated with all of the most recent tweets from the members of that list.
Members of the list. So you want to have a list of people that are interested in this one subject matter that you group together, and then you can go in. So if you went into Relief and you go into this list and you want to add some really viable people to follow your group. Let's go show them how we can get in there and follow their members.
So you can click on their members right here on the link, and here is the whole list, and so you can easily find other organizations that maybe you're not connected with yet that you think would be really important to connect with, and you can go through and just click follow, and
follow.
They're part of your network.
And the important thing to see here is that Relief has vetted all of these people. They know that these are pretty important to Relief, and they should be important to you too. I mean, since you're a member, so this is like, you could just go and follow. And then the thing that usually happens is these people will follow you back, and then you're starting to build your followers. It's a great way to build your Twitter following with people that have been vetted.
And not only is it a great following, it's that it's a feed of news that you can easily find to engage with and interact with and
Right.
share.
Right.
So it's much easier instead of looking through a timeline. So I will show you Uptown Studios timeline from our homepage. We have a lot of different tweets happening from all of our followers, and pretty much every second we'll get new tweets that are
Right,
coming through
right
here.
there.
See, we just
20
got
new
20 new in 1 second.
And yeah,
And so we could spend hours and hours going through this feed and looking for
the subject that we're searching for.
Or we can go to these lists that have already been created, and we can interact with the people here.
Yes. So back on Uptown Studios, we have many more lists than just one, and let's just show them how we have defined our list.
So we set up lists for a couple of, we have our good people list, which are lists of community members that we enjoy their content and we think that they are good people.
Yes. So we just named it good people, and we know that we can go to this list. Let's go into this list, and so we might find something that's the last third. That's just because. So like a California health report. That may be something that we want to share with. Oh, here's a California Relief. See, you're one of our good people, as you should be. And we might want to retweet that because we're talking about trees. So this is a great place to find information to share that may not be something that Uptown Studios has done, but it's good for our community.
Yeah, so like Santa is coming to Midtown. We'll want to share that with our audience.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good event. Yeah, and you know, we want to share. And that going to the list and finding a tweet from somebody that we've already identified as having good relevant content took us 1 second to find that.
Right. It takes us probably 15 seconds to set it up in our list. Let's show them how to add to a list.
Yes. So let's say we will go here. And we have, we really like the content from, I'll go to California Relief.
Okay.
We really like the content from Forest Services. So we can go to the page, and this little icon here, the settings icon, we click it, and we will add or remove from lists.
Okay.
So this is U.S. Forest Service. They might have
Emergency. Let's add them to emergency services.
And so there it is. We've added them to the list. Let's say we want to start a new list.
Okay.
Create a list. Tree services. Now, here, while we're creating a new list, we can add a description.
And let's say it's California. Okay.
And then we can make it public, which means that anyone who goes to our profile can see the list, and the people who are added to the list will be notified. Or we can make it private, which only we can see the list, only we have access to it, and the people that we add to it are not notified. So this is a great way if you're looking for, maybe you want to engage more with potential donors or volunteers, but you don't want them to know that
you're stalking them.
We like to call it stalking.
Yeah, in a good way, in a good positive way.
Right, and it's so you make the list private, and then they don't know that they're part of the secret list society.
List. Yeah, we've done private lists for people that are tracking their competition, and they don't want their competition to know that they're following their pages and observing what they're saying, because you need to know what the competition is doing.
Right.
So there's reasons to have it private. But for tree services, for us, we would definitely make that a public list.
Yes. So you would make your list, and you would just save it. And anytime you want to add more members to the list, you just select that, add the list, and then check it or uncheck it. And it's that easy. So then when we go back to our page, and we go to our list, we'll see them in our emergency services tweets. They haven't tweeted recently,
but they're there.
They are there.
So when we want to find something emergency about trees, and they post it here, then we can retweet it really.
Yeah. So it's an awesome tool for making it just a little bit easier.
Easy to find content to share. So this is about you finding valuable content for your followers.
Another way that you can add users to lists is there's this little 3 buttons here with the more, and you can't add people to the list.
Nope, not anymore.
Nope, you'd have to go to their profile.
So here's some information. Social media changes on a day-to-day basis. We've gone into trainings where we open it up and we go, nothing is the same. They changed the whole layout.
From the last hour that
From the last hour. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, so then we punt. Another thing is if somebody says that they are a social media guru, be careful, because no one can be, because things change so quickly. We are here to be educated advisors, but no one is at that guru level.
No one is a guru. It's forever changing.
It's forever changing.
Another tool that I want to show you, we mentioned monthly you need to have a strategy, and then you need to track your goals.
Yeah.
And so another great tool is your analytics. If you click on your little profile here and you go to analytics, this is where you can see your dashboard of all of your effort.
Okay. This is where the stuff that we've been doing is posted and tracked. So you can go in and go, well, how are we doing? It looks like we've gone down in our 28-day summary.
Yeah.
So that's something that Mia and I would look at, and I'd go, well, how come we're not tweeting as much as we did last week or last month? And then we can look and say, oh, well, it's not that we're gone down so much. It's just that we had a couple of people that were sick for a week, and they didn't tweet as much.
And social media those analytics go up and down all the time. But the great thing, never be alarmed if you see some downs.
Right.
Because as long as your overall trend is going up, as long as your engagements are still increasing, as long as your followers are still increasing, you're still doing a good job.
Yeah.
But this also really cool. You can see, your top tweet. What has been really engaging to your followers?
Oh, Mia, there we are.
Oh, go figure. We have been the most engaging tweet.
Of course we are.
So what we did, and it probably helps that we've asked people to retweet to support.
So there's something that is important. You need to ask people to do what it is that you want them to do. And then when they do it, say thank you.
Yes. So we've asked people to retweet for our stock drive, and we're trying to gather stock. And so this has helped us. 11 people have retweeted it because we asked them to.
Right.
And this has garnered us over 1,200 impressions from one tweet.
Right. And I don't think we paid for it.
We didn't pay for it. No, all organic.
Yeah, it's all organic. It's just because people like what we're doing.
Yes. And so you can evaluate at the end of the month, and you can see, oh, well, this tweet actually did really well. And so then maybe next month we want to have aim to have some more tweets that are similar to it that can help us get the same amount.
So this is helping you to define how your tweet should go. It's like if you post kids planting trees and it gets like 100% more likes than anything else, it's telling you your audience wants to see kids out there doing good things. So make sure that you incorporate kids doing good things into your regular posts. And videos are best, photos are next best, top reasons or questions are the third. And then just general information comes in after that. So anytime you can attach a photo or a video, do it.
Yes, photos and videos. You're scrolling through a busy news feed. Photos and videos are going to be the one that you're more likely going to stop and notice versus a whole text.
A 2-minute video is too long. People won't watch the whole thing unless it's super, super good. So we like to encourage you to get those 15-second, 30-second videos because people will watch the whole thing. And then if it's a minute video, make sure you drop in at about 30 seconds a call to action on your video because most people won't get past the 30 seconds.
And just a little more into the analytics dashboard. You can
She
see.
loves this stuff.
I love this stuff. And, you know, you may not have as much time as I do to look at analytics, but it's also just a great tool to see your goals, see how you're doing, seeing the types of engagements that you get on tweets. Like this photo here, you know, it got a good amount of engagement, 27 clicks, is pretty good, and a good amount of audience reach. And so we want to say, oh, why did it get so much, you know?
Yes, so we want to look at that and go, oh, we should do more like that. And what was it? Oh, it was Mark and Kristen and I at the Crocker Art Museum last night, and we were doing building a city. So there we are working with paper and tape and scissors, and we're making little city buildings and building a city. And it was a very fun event.
And people liked it and retweeted and engaged with it. And so it was a good one that maybe we'll want to continue thinking about.
Right. So what that tells me as a marketing person, people enjoy seeing the faces of the people that work here, having fun doing fun things. It's like seeing those kids, happy kids planting trees.
Yes. Yep. All right.
All right, here we go. We're back to the PowerPoint.
So to recap, we best practices, make sure to schedule some posts throughout the day. And you can spend maybe 1 hour on a Monday to gather your content. And you can post on Twitter, really, you can post once per hour.
Right.
You can post, because the feed is moving so quickly, you can have many posts scheduled throughout the day.
Yeah.
If you have time to do that. If not, then try and spread it out a little bit. Try and have it maybe 1 tweet per day.
Can you talk a little bit about scheduling and how we use, is that on here, Hootsuite?
No.
All right, so we recommend a program called Hootsuite, Hootsuite. And what it is a scheduling, calendaring, free software for nonprofits that you can go in and you can say, okay, I want to post, here's all my tweets. I want to post this one at 9 a.m., at 1 p.m., and at 6 p.m. on Monday, at 7 a.m. I mean, what you're doing is you're just calling out the dates and times when you want to post your posts in advance so that you don't have to do it for the rest of the week. So it's one time on Monday. Get the program called Hootsuite, and then you can post it to Twitter, you can post it to LinkedIn, you can post it to Facebook, and you're scheduling all of those for all of your social media programs. Saves a lot of time.
Yes, and so then when we say, you know, take 5 to 10 minutes to engage, that's all you're having to worry about. Your tweets are already scheduled, and you don't have to worry, you know, if you get busy one day, oh my gosh, I didn't get a chance to post something. It's already taken care of.
It's so important.
Yes.
And then if something comes up, so you've scheduled all of your posts, but you're at a conference and you take a couple of selfies or you take a picture of the group, then you want to post those in the moment. So those are the live posts, that you're showing people, I'm out in the community and I'm present, and here it is. But you don't have to schedule those because you can do them live.
Yes, right on your phone. If you don't have Twitter installed yet on your phone, do it.
Just
it's
do
free.
It's free.
Just upload it.
Another thing that we didn't talk about, if you do not have Twitter, snag the name of your company and try to get as close to the name as you can and reserve that Twitter name for yourself, even if you're not going to post. One of the biggest problems that most of the nonprofits that we work with is that we can't find anything that's close to the name because everything's been snagged. You don't have to start posting, but you do want to save the name.
Yes, saving the name is so important. Even if you decide down the line that you don't want to use it, but then later on you decide you do want to use it, you have it on hand, and keep those passwords safe.
Oh my gosh, yes, we're fighting through passwords right now. Keep your passwords safe.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to best practice.
Including hashtags. I mentioned this earlier. 1 to 2, but no more than that. Try and use hashtags that are relevant to the conversation.
Right.
Vanity hashtags, you know, you've probably heard
mean it, don't mean it.
Yeah, kidding, just kidding, not kidding.
All these funny little things. What we're talking about is a business page and we want to keep you on that professional line so that your hashtags are meaningful and they're joined to conversations that you want other people to join.
Yes. So avoid vanity hashtags and 1 to 2 hashtags per tweet.
Yeah. Keep your post short. You only have 140 characters. There's a link to more information, and you want to leave people a little bit of room to comment on your tweet if they retweet it.
Yes. And keeping posts short, think about, put yourself in your members' shoes. While they're looking at their Twitter feed, they're scrolling really fast through it. How often do you see something that's too long and then you don't read it?
You don't read it. You just, because this is a fast-paced information base. These are like tiny articles that you're going to get just the highlights, and then you're going to see something that catches your interest and you're going to look at it further.
Yes. And so call to action in the very first part of your...
Yes. Click here. Click now. Call now. Retweet.
Favorite.
Yeah.
All of that.
Put it up front so that people get it right away.
Yes. And then engage. Is the article feature a member, a friend or a member of yours? Tag them in the post.
Yeah.
Reply. Is somebody talking to you? Are they asking you questions? Are they saying that's cool? Engage with them. Favorite it. Retweet it.
Yeah, make sure you're looking at it, because what you want to do is you want to respond to them in a timely manner so that people know that you're present. It's like calling someone and leaving a voicemail and they don't return your call. You want to reply or like or follow. Excuse me.
And those are the best practices.
So a little bit of an overview on the big picture. What we find is that people don't have a plan. Nonprofits tend to, when we go and do trainings, live trainings, and we have 50 people in the room, we may get 3 people that have a marketing plan. And putting a sticky note on your monitor is the start of your marketing plan. And what it does is it helps to set up so that you're moving forward with intention and you have goals to meet. Make it simple. We don't want you to have a lot of work, a lot of extra work. We want to make it easy for you.
Right. So important. And I can't stress enough, just keep track. So if somebody asks you, how's social media going? You can with confidence say, we're making progress.
Yes.
And we're doing a great job.
Right. We had 100 followers last month and we've got 200. Have a little celebration when you hit 500. It's the bigger your audience and the more vetted it is by you. So that means that you're really finding followers that are meaningful to your organization is going to make all the difference in the world. When you have something to say that's important, then you have an audience that's following you, and it's going to get to that target audience.
Yes, and don't be disappointed if it doesn't happen as fast as you think it's going to happen.
It's a slow grow. We have those 13,000 followers on Uptown Studios because we started in 2007. And it is a slow grow, but now Uptown Studios has a machine. When we want to blast something out there, we're hitting a lot of people that are going to find the content important. And we have become a reliable source for our area for community information because a third of our information is about community stuff.
And a general rule is that when you're first starting out your social media channels, it's going to take 6 months to a year to really grow it and to really garner engagement.
Well, and a part of that 6 months to a year, if you can be diligent with it, you're going to start seeing the positive results. I like to talk about Uptown Studios. We started in 2007. Before that, everything we did was conventional marketing. In 2007, we embraced social media and have been engaging on it since then. In 2007, every referral that I got for business was because I had to meet them face-to-face and give them a business card. Today, we get 15 to 20 emails a week requesting quotes from us from all kinds of sources. And I have not met these people. So what it's done is build our connections way out to the community. And it doesn't rely on just one person meeting people face-to-face. So it's expanded our reach a huge amount. And it can work for you too. But just know it's a slow grow. Just be consistent.
Be consistent.
And I'd like to thank you all for listening to us. If you do have questions, just use hashtag Uptown Tips, or you can email us directly, and we're very happy to help you. Mia at uptownstudios.net or Tina at uptownstudios.net, and we're happy to jump in and help you wherever we can.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks
we had
so
a
much.
great time.
Bye-bye.